The star of mac and cheese has always been the cheese, but the star of this mac and cheese is butternut squash. So let's get cooking. The problem with butternut squash is that it's really hard. It's really a very tough, it's like a rock. Okay, so very hard to peel and dice and cut. You can buy them cut in the store, but this is how you roast butternut squash. Very easy. Okay, you get that knife in there, like the tip of the knife, and you please use a sharp knife. Use a sharp knife. You won't cut yourself as frequently. Rock it around and get it right through there, and go the other side like that, and cut it down through there. Then you can open it up like that. There you go. And I promise you, that's the only cut you're going to have to make. Now you got to take these seeds and scrape it out right into the bowl. Like that. Right, scrape that. Good. That's what it looks like. Scrape the next one. Now you just put it on a pan and put it in the oven. Before you put it on the pan, give the pan a little spray, just so it doesn't stick. I also line my pan with aluminum foil. There's a lot of sugar in butternut squash. If you don't line your pan with aluminum foil, the butternut squash, it can burn on the pan and it's tough to clean. So line with aluminum foil, little spray, cut side down, butternut squash in an oven. It's going to take about an hour, 350 degrees. And it goes, and I'll see you in 1 hour. I just took the butternut squash out of the oven. It's nicely cooked, a little brown, beautiful, and also you give it a little squeeze. It's nice and soft. Nice. Put it aside, let it cool off. Then we're gonna cook pasta. I got these little. Look at that pasta. It's like a little swirly kind of corkscrew kind of pasta. It's a little nicer than just the elbow macaroni. And I'm gonna use about a half a box, or about 8 ounces. I'm going to cook this about 5 minutes or so. So we have a blender. I have a cup and a half of almond milk. And I have here about a half a teaspoon of turmeric. And I also have in here a quarter of a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Give it a nice flavor. And the turmeric, of course, is going to give it a nice color. I also have not Parmesan cheese, but Nutritional yeast, which is going to give it a kind of Parmesan cheese kind of flavor. That's your cheese flavor in there. Then I'm going to add the butternut squash, okay? Look at that color. That's going to give you the nice color of the mac and cheese. And I'm going to add about a cup of butternut squash. That's going to be about this piece. So this was a small butternut squash, so it's going to take about half of a small butternut squash. That's all. Or about a cup of butternut squash. And you see how easy. This is a lot easier than if I was to peel it and dice it and roast it. This is just a lot easier, right? Because it's soft already. So that's kind of good. Okay, that's it. I'm going to add 2 cloves of garlic and a little bit of a secret ingredient. I have this vegetable bouillon, okay? See that? Okay, so vegetable bouillon, gonna give it a nice flavor. It's a little salty, so be careful. Bouillon, this bouillon base is always a little salty. It's vegetable, and I'm gonna give 1 teaspoon of this. It's gonna give it a real nice flavor. Nice and smooth. Okay, so the CS sauce is nice and smooth. Now you gotta taste it. This is going to be good. Oh yeah, that's good, real good. Look how you test to see if it's done. You see that? There you go. It's done. I'm going to drain this in the sink, and then I'm going to put it right back in the pan. There you go. Right back in there. You know what I'm going to add to that? A beautiful sauce. Now, you see that sauce is a little too thin, right? Don't worry about it, because what's going to happen now is that the starch from the pasta is going to thicken that sauce. And it's going to make it just like the consistency of a gooey, ooey, cheesy macaroni and cheese. So, I added the sauce, but now I got to turn the fire on and get everything hot. Just to the point it's boiling. Don't boil it. You don't want to burn it. It's going to burn very easily, so don't boil it. Just get it to a point where it's just starting to, the edges are starting to bubble a little bit. It's on high heat right now. It's going to take you just a few seconds to get that thing up to a boil, and then shut it off, cover it, and let it sit. Okay, I see the edges are starting to boil a little bit. I shut it off. I'm going to cover this and let it sit for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to uncover it, and you're going to see the magic of the starch in the pasta thickening the sauce and making it the consistency of melted cheese. Absolutely delicious. Okay. Hey, it's been a half an hour, so let's check this out. Ooh. That looks good. Look at that. That's fantastic. Hey, check out this beautiful, delicious macaroni and cheese. So good. If you want another great recipe, check out the baked potato with cheese. Excellent video. I'll see you there.